Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of the Overdrive Files. It's that day of the week where we just sit back and relax and answer some of your viewer submitted questions. And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and join in the discussion down below. Now let's get into some questions. Did you have a chance to watch the new trailer for Deadpool 2? Yeah, I did watch that. I thought it was a solid trailer, and what I liked about it is that it's not revealing too much of the plot. You can see in this trailer, they're really kind of trying to showcase like the assembling of the X-Force, and I didn't really know that that was going to be this big of a part of this movie. And you know, it could be just sort of like a third act type of thing, but like I was surprised to see kind of like I didn't think this would be really featured in this movie. I thought they could kind of just throw it in towards the end, and then we'd sort of see this kind of assembling of the X-Force in the X-Force movie. But you know, I'm really excited to see Deadpool. We're only like 2 months away, or I think less than that at this point, but you know, you have Terry Crews in this, and I'm really excited to see some of these other characters in Deadpool 2. Like, I don't really know much about the X-Force in general, so a lot of these characters I just have absolutely no idea who they are, so I'm excited to kind of find out more about them. But you know, like in the previous Deadpool movie, the first one, they really showcased that car chase sequence, and they even had that, you know, that little animated short that they kind of was it was like a visual effects test for Deadpool, like years before that movie even came out. So I felt like I had already seen that before the movie even came out, and there's really nothing in these trailers that I've seen recently that kind of come off like that. So I'm really excited to see this movie. I think the comedy is going to be on point. I think the action is going to be even better, especially with David Leitch helming this movie. And I really want this movie to have a good story, like a really interesting story, because that first Deadpool movie was just pretty bare bones and straightforward. I want a little bit more out of the story in this one. But as far as the trailer, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. What are some older movies that you think have great rewatchability? I always find myself watching like a lot of movies from like the late 80s and early 90s, and even, you know, even like movies like Jaws or Close Encounters of the Third Kind. A lot of Steven Spielberg stuff, whether it's like Jurassic Park, Jaws, E.T., like I can watch those movies over and over. Or if it's just like Terminator 2, I think Terminator 2 is one of the greatest movies in general for just rewatchability. Or even just throw in, oh shoot, what's the one I was gonna say? Oh, Shawshank Redemption. God, I almost forgot to mention Shawshank Redemption. Like that movie, that's probably a movie that's on TV. I don't know how many times they throw that thing on, you know, just airing it on TV, but anytime that movie's on, I'll just, you know, put it on and I'll just watch part of the movie, whether it's from the beginning or just if it's just airing. If I just catch it right in the middle of when it's airing, I'll watch that movie. It's just one of those movies that it just sucks you right in. It just captivates you, and it's like a fine wine. Every time you watch The Shawshank Redemption, it just gets better and better. But yeah, I'd say a lot of Steven Spielberg stuff or James Cameron, like movies like The Predator. Not that that's James Cameron or Steven Spielberg, but like a lot of Arnold Schwarzenegger stuff I think has great rewatchability. It's just fun. Like I just love that stuff. Arnold or Stallone? This is almost an impossible question to ask somebody, but I get the question. You know, I think they're two different types of guys right here. You have Arnold Schwarzenegger, who is one of the greatest action stars of all time, as well as Sylvester Stallone. But I think Sylvester Stallone, or Sly, if we want to call him that here, I think he's definitely the better actor. You know, who has the better movies? I mean, the Rocky franchise is absolutely fantastic. There's not much stuff that comes close to the Rocky franchise, in my opinion. But Arnold as well, he has a lot of hits, a lot of blockbuster hits, but he does have a lot of stinkers too. But you know, I don't want to choose between the two. I think they each have their own kind of vibe, you know. But you know, Arnold has the first two Terminator movies, which are like perfection in my opinion, as well as like Predator and you know, True Lies, and all of that stuff. But, you know, Sly has the Rocky franchise, and whether it's Rambo, you know, like I just cannot discount Sly and go with Arnold. So like I absolutely cannot choose. To me, it's a tie, but I'll give Sly the upper edge if we're just talking about like acting chops. But I think Schwarzenegger has the better action blockbuster catalog. So I'm just gonna call it a draw here. It's a stalemate. Did you read the news about Chris Evans leaving the MCU? Yeah, I did see that. And to be honest, this is probably like the 4th or 5th time in the last couple of years where we've seen like a big news article come out about Chris Evans like retiring after his contract. You know, it's at some point we're gonna get these kind of guys that have you know, they've been in the MCU for so long. Eventually it's gonna come time for them to step away. And are they really gonna want to do this for the rest of their lives? Like, I mean, I don't think Robert Downey Jr.'s he hasn't been doing too much lately. I think he's gonna be doing a Dr. Dolittle movie coming out like next year or something like that. But, you know, like, I'm fine with it in the next couple of years after I think, what is it, next year, the 4th Avengers movie comes out. I'm fine if these guys want to step away and we can get some other characters and actors to step in. And, you know, we can kind of give those lead MCU characters that have, I mean, the ones that have been sort of up and coming, like you have T'Challa with Black Panther. I think he could be one to kind of be the front man of the MCU, like we've seen with Robert Downey Jr. and Iron Man. And there's other couple of ones. You know, I don't know if it's going to be, I don't know if they're going to pull a switcheroo with like Bucky becoming Captain America. I don't really like that idea because I think Chris Evans as Steve Rogers is Captain America. I don't like the idea of just bringing in a different character to call himself Captain America. But I'm fine with these guys stepping away. I think it's just a matter of time. We're going to get that. So whatever. I don't really have an opinion about it, but if he wants to step away after the 4th Avengers movie, I'm fine with that. But I don't know if he might continue to be Captain America for like another 5 years, but either way, I'm fine with it, whether if he stays as Captain America or if he just decides to step away. It's now time for the suggestion of the week. My suggestion for you guys this week is just a video that Henry Cavill put on his Instagram feed. It's absolutely fantastic. Like, he's completely making fun of the fact that they had to CGI his upper lip in Justice League. It's hilarious. Go check out, you can just watch it on Henry Cavill's Instagram feed. That's where I found it. You can probably find it on YouTube. I'm sure somebody posted it, but it's so hilarious. And like, it's hard to explain. Like, it's just very comedic, and he's just poking fun at himself and sort of just the overall situation with Justice League and the upcoming Mission Impossible movie. But it's so good. I cannot express myself like how much you should watch this video. It's like a minute long. Go watch that thing. But guys, that's it for this episode of the Overdrive Files. If you want to submit a topic or question, just put it down in the comment section. Guys, all applicable links are down below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Rex Overdrive. I'll see you next time.